just, you know, had a little soreness this morning, nothing big. But they all chose that rest was the best option.
It looked like he was limping a little bit last night. Do you know if it was something that was aggravated at all last night at all?
I think that was more from the knee that he took in the hamstring, but he's fine there.
Okay.
Who will start tonight?
Baines.
Is this going to be sort of an ongoing thing? Is there a chance?
I mean, we didn't plan on that, so that would be something that they'll take game by game, night by night. Obviously, with the minutes restriction being what it is, we're monitoring it very closely. But you know, again, it's general soreness, so it's not you know, not overly concerned about it.
It's impossibly early in the season so far, but what general growth or change have you seen in Jason Tatum from the end of last season through training camp, preseason, up until today?
You know, I think one of his key areas of emphasis has been core strength, so that he can play lower longer. You know, especially with the way the game is being called now, so you can't wrap people and hold on to people. You've got to be able to play low. You got to be able to play in a stance. So I think that that's the number one thing. You know, he's always been a guy that can put the ball in the hoop and do a lot of positive things for your team, but he can get a lot better in a lot of areas. I think it all centers around that core strength.
Obviously, there's been a lot of conversation about the depth of talent that you guys have, but how specifically does it help having guys that can play multiple positions, like Marcus Smart, Marcus Morris, those guys coming off the bench?
Yeah, I mean, the league is a versatile league. You look at the Knicks, they're playing a bunch of versatile guys off the bench as well. And, you know, I think that ultimately everybody's playing guys that may have been considered at one time small forward at the 2 through 4.
See some of the scores the first couple nights in this league. You know, has it changed that much that 115 can be a good defensive game nowadays, or is it just so early that the defenses haven't really got on track yet?
I haven't seen a good defensive 115 game yet, so you know, ours wasn't last night, and so you know, I think that obviously it's hard to guard all this space and all this skill, and that's something that's kind of been coming quickly in the league, and again puts a even more importance on all those versatile players so that they can guard a number of positions defensively.
For those of us that don't see him every day, is Kyrie all the way back from where he was before the injury?
Yeah, I think that obviously he's going to have a little bit of a transition too, because he hasn't played since March. But you know, he's been really good in practices, and obviously in our first couple preseason games, struggled a little bit in game 1 shooting the ball, but other than that, it was fine. Last night looked like Kyrie, so you know, his transition's been pretty smooth.
Along those lines, what did you see from Gordon looking back at the film, game 2, and just his progress?
I thought he was good. You know, I didn't think we were unbelievable as a team. I thought Toronto had a lot to do with that. I think Toronto is clearly better right now, and you know, we're going to have to show some growth. And it's a great opportunity to compete tonight, because I love what Fizz is doing, and I love what they're you know, what they're building here. They've got a lot of good young players that clearly enjoy each other and are excited about competing together.
Right, Jalen's gotten some foul trouble in some games. I mean, kind of they're putting him in the post defense against maybe last night was Kawhi and other guys. Is that something he's going to have to kind of get over?
Just you have to balance, you know, being appropriately physical. I mean, there's a physicality that's required to be a good defender, and so we're asking him to guard a lot of good players, you know, including as we go into tonight. So, you know, ultimately that's just part of it. You know, you know, and I talked to him a little bit today. He's young. He's a young guy, and he's an incredibly accomplished young guy, but he's still very young. And there's he's got an expedited learning curve because of how smart he is. But you know, those are just constant. As you're guarding more positions, you're constantly having to be on your toes defensively. Thank you.